The whole world is saying the same thing. Spain is perfect. Nobody solved them all tournament, nobody broke that press, and nobody found a way inside that system. And today I'm going to tell you this. There is a massive crack in Spain's tactical armor, but that crack isn't in a player's weakness. It isn't in a defender's lack of pace either. That crack is hidden inside the flawless-looking system itself, because Spain was built to hunt opponents through movement, and you cannot hunt something that doesn't move. First, we need to understand how this system works, because it really is a magnificent thing. Spain's press isn't random pressure, it's a trigger system. The moment an opposing defender takes a bad touch, plays a pass backward, or turns toward his own goal, the entire team moves as one. 10 players, acting like a single body. Passing lanes close, the player is suffocated, panic sets in, and the ball is back with Spain within seconds. An average of 3 seconds. No team in this tournament has properly climbed that wall. But pay attention now, because this is where it really begins. For this system to work, it needs one thing, a target. The press is triggered because the opponent does something. He runs, he turns, he escapes, he panics. Spain's entire defensive logic is zonal. Players cover spaces, not men. And right here, I want to ask you something. In this system, who exactly is marking Messi? The answer is nobody, because nobody was ever given that job. Messi is no longer a player who runs. He walks, he stops, he watches, he waits motionless in that narrow strip between the defense and the midfield. And in a system built on movement triggers, a man who doesn't move becomes invisible. He never fully enters anyone's zone. He isn't anyone's responsibility. Nobody runs at him. Picture a hunting pack. Every one of them chases the animal that flees. But what if one of them doesn't flee? What if he just stands there and waits? The pack runs straight past him, and that is exactly what Messi will do for 90 minutes. And now we come to the truly lethal part. What happens when Spain presses? The whole team pushes forward. The midfield slides up, the defensive line comes up, everyone piles into the opponent's half. That's what makes the press so powerful. But it also opens up an enormous space in the middle of the pitch. The system is forced to create that space. It cannot function any other way. And who do you think is standing in that space? This is Spain's nightmare. The better their press works, the bigger that space becomes, which means the more perfectly the system runs, the more dangerous Messi gets. This isn't a weakness, it's a paradox. Spain digs its own grave with its greatest strength. Now let's look at the defensive line. Laporte and the young Cubarsi are practically standing in midfield. That's brilliant. When the press is working, they compress the pitch and trap the opponent in their own half. But the moment Messi gets on the ball, those two defenders face the hardest decision of their lives. If they step up to him, an enormous channel opens behind them for Lautaro to run into. If they drop back, they hand Messi time and a clear view of the pitch. And giving Messi time is the same as handing him the match. Both options lose. This is something you very rarely see in football, an equation with no solution. And there's this too. Spain has to be perfect for 90 minutes. Every press, every cover, every step has to be exactly right. Messi only needs one moment, 1 second of space, one misstep, 1 instant of fatigue. This is the most unfair equation in football history, and Spain is standing on the wrong side of it. And speaking of fatigue, pressing is the most exhausting job in the world. After the 70th minute, legs get heavy, steps come half a second late, gaps grow wider. Spain's young players won't be as sharp in the final half hour after running for 90 minutes. Messi, meanwhile, will have done nothing but walk until then. He'll have saved his energy, and he'll wake up at the exact moment the system starts to come apart. Think about Cubarsi. He's incredibly young, and he's probably about to live through the biggest night of his career. Standing across from him will be the most intelligent player in the history of the game, and one wrong step, one early jump, could cost a World Cup. This isn't something you fix with tactics. This is purely a war of nerve. Don't get me wrong, Spain is not a bad team. On the contrary, they're the best organized, smartest, most disciplined side in this tournament. But remember this, the more perfect a machine is, the more obvious its blind spot becomes. Spain built a flawless system designed to beat teams that run. The problem is, Messi doesn't run. On Sunday, Spain will walk onto that pitch and start hunting like they always do. They'll press, they'll suffocate, they'll squeeze, and in doing exactly that, they'll open up that space in the middle of the pitch, and a man will be standing there. A man who walks, who waits, who watches. The question is this: will Spain realize the trap they've built for themselves, or will their perfect system push them straight into Messi's arms? We'll see the answer on the pitch. If you enjoyed this, subscribe. The next one is going to be even better.